Hello everybody, it's Virtual Truck Driver Daily time. Tap 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 tap. We are proudly supported as always by Mods, Night Haulage and DDS Haulage. How are we all doing today, guys? So we are on the road to Dijon. I think I'm shouting, so I'm going to turn my headphones down. There we go. So yeah guys, we are trundling on to Dijon. It's 310 kilometers from where we stopped last night in the end. So yeah, we're... oh no, I knew that was going to happen. I should have planned the flight earlier. But yeah, so we are heading through to Dijon today. We will be getting this load delivered today. It is 5:17 in the morning game time. And we're on a 2-lane bit of motorway now. Okay, so yeah, what happened last night? Nothing much really. Just got up. 4:45, set off, did my checks, nothing's broken, nothing's wrong, nothing doesn't work. So we're going to crack on today. We're definitely going to deliver this load for DDS haulage today. It's so nice to be pulling the DDS trailer again. I must get on to management about getting the mods back for that, because I don't know if you knew, but a few weeks ago I'd lost all my mods for some reason. I went into my mod folder and it was empty. I should have really made a backup, and that is totally my fault. I just thought of that. That's why it surprised me. So yeah, I should make a backup really, which is what I'm going to do after I finish this episode. Everything's going to get backed up and put on the 4 different G drives I've got, and then I'm going to put it on my 2 external terabyte hard drives as well, and then onto the other hard drive. So there's going to be like 6 copies floating around, but I don't mind. So yeah, cracking on to Dijon today. Marco's reaching 35,000 soon. We're at 34,674 kilometers on the clock. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But yeah, still needs his service. Still needs all his filters replacing. His air filter, fuel sediment, fuel contamination filter, the lot. But yeah, so it'd be nice to jump out of Marco for 2ish days. As I said previously, it's going to be a S-Series Scania I'm going to be jumping into. So yes, very nice lorry behind me. I think if that's DB Schneider, no it's not. I was going to say, there's a DB Schneider part behind me last night up to my back doors, which I thought was really nice, because then nobody can get into my back doors, and obviously I'm a fridge, so I've got hard sides and a hard top, and so nobody can get in. Which then brings me on to the issue in Calais, right? We've still got the issue. We all know about the jungle. The jungle got demolished. They built another one. Simple as. It was always going to happen. I'm going to take a quick drink here in a minute. The whole building the jungle 2.0 was always going to happen. When the police went in and destroyed the first one, they was always going to build a second one. Except now they're back to starting on truck drivers 15 kilometers before Calais. It used to be 8, now it's 15, so they've only just moved out like double the distance down the road really. But it was always going to happen. And something I see at Calais, I see all these dash cam videos, right, they get shared around of them throwing things. This Hungarian truck driver had enough and tried to run them all over. In fact, he actually called it beast mode activated. Was what he called it on his video, and I think he was very honest, that Hungarian, without him realising, because obviously he's speaking Hungarian, obviously his English subtitles, and he's bang on. Like, I'm not being there's a point I want to touch on where he said that, and I'm going to link this video, and I'm probably going to show this little snippet of what I'm on about now, but he said that, why aren't you all fight? It's something along the lines of, I'm not quoting this, it's something along the lines of, why are you all over here? You've left your wives and your children, you've got to pick up the weapons because you've come up here. It's something like that, something around that way. And he's right. You see like the media go, oh yeah, there's women and children, right? I'm not going to argue that there aren't women and children there, right? And they need the help to get across, don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's so many men, it's unreal. And they're vigilantes really. They're throwing stuff at people to make them stop so they could jump in the back. I'm not being funny, but that's criminal damage. If I went down to Dover on this side of the channel and I threw rocks, put tree trunks in the middle of the M20, the A20, if I disrupted it so badly that I'd cause long queues, I'd get nicked for public order offences and criminal damage. Why can't the police lift them? You know, they're claiming to be these nice people that are hard done by. Some of them, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I've moved out of this cement lorry. I'm not going to argue, some people do need help seriously, and I'm not arguing that for a second, but causing criminal damage. A truck driver was stabbed the other week. This bloke jumped in a family's car where he had his 4-year-old daughter in there. There's this one bloke, he was filming on a GoPro stupidly enough with his window open because it was a hot day in France and us Brits aren't used to warm weather, and they tried to nick the GoPro out of his hand. Now I'm not being funny, that's theft, simple as. Thanks, I move over to let you out and that cement lorry's now got a flash from back in. Say thank you. Do you know what I mean? That's theft. If I did that to my next door neighbours, they get me done with burglary theft. If I smashed the truck up so badly that it managed to get on the ferry but couldn't get off the English side because it was so badly damaged, that's criminal damage, and I get 2 years for that minimum. So at what point do the French police have to, and the French government as well, have to let it get bad enough that they've got to step in? Yeah, right, I'm not going to argue, it's mainly European hauliers that now use the tunnel because of obviously the incidents. But it's costing companies a fortune to reroute their trucks via Zeebrugge, which is a port in Belgium, the Hook of Holland, Europoort, Rotterdam, Amsterdam. There's even people who go into Germany and they go do what we do on the game, go up to Newcastle, go across to the Hook of Holland. No, sorry, go to Newcastle, up to Esbjerg and drive down from Denmark. It's that bad, they don't. It's quicker for them to come down to the tunnel, go across the tunnel and drive that way into Germany. We're going to take a quick swig here a minute. Do you know what I mean? It's quicker for them to come down to the tunnel and then go across Belgium, even though Belgian roads are crap. And yes, I've seen the videos. And then into Germany. But because of the whole Calais jungle, they don't want to do that. And as to getting Stanley knives, them getting Stanley knives and cutting curtains open and, you know, hiding in, like, you know, my truck's got an aero spoiler right on the top, so I don't have to do 2 jobs at once, right? You see the little, well, there's not a gap, but normally there's a gap where the top spoiler is. Just make sure this bus gets past safely. Come on, bussy bus, you look like the team coach Derby travelling. Oh, no. That was close, that was close. But getting Stanley knives and cutting open loads and hiding in the aero spoilers of the truck and on the axle, it's just no point. Because even if a migrant just jumps in the trailer, one of these jungle citizens we'll call him, if one of them jumps in the trailer, doesn't even do anything, just jumps in there, that load is automatically rejected and it'll get destroyed, destroyed by incineration, which means they'll set fire to it in a controlled manner in a controlled environment. But that's costing the haulier the money for the new TIR cord, money for the doors they probably slashed, curtains, and they're still losing out on the money from the load. Yeah, I know loads have got insurance these days, but there's only so often the insurance is going to pay out for it. Do you know what I mean? But it's just ridiculous. It needs stopping. And I'm only talking about this now is because a friend of mine went. My friend of mine had no choice. He had to go via there because he couldn't get near Portsmouth for Cherbourg. So he went through there, and they was either trying to get in lorries that were going into Europe. How bad does it have to be before the French will step in? Because if the French want to keep saying that it's our fault, as in England, that's fine. Then we'll deal with it. But Calais becomes English soil, becomes part of England. I'm sorry, Mr. Sprinter man. I've got a load of traffic up there, mate. Then England becomes, Calais becomes English, and we'll police it, and it comes under our laws. That's what I'd do. This is why I'd be no good as a Prime Minister, a President, you know, in a position of power. I'd be no good at it, because that's what I'd do. If the French want to blame us, make Calais English. We'll sort it out, we'll police it for you like you want us to. But no, they won't do that, will they? But it's the fact that my friend, he's one of the ones that doesn't want to be talked about because of football, right? So I'm just going to call him my friend. So my friend is a huge bloke, not fat. I mean, he works out at the gym, obviously, pumping trailers, using sack trucks to, you know, and pallet trucks to get loads out of trailers. And he's a big burly bloke, and I've seen him stand up to some quite serious people. I'm not saying he's a thug, I'm just saying he stands his ground. He is now point blank refusing to go anywhere near France. So for him to say that must have been bad, because he ain't scared of anything. Like, it'd be pointless sending him to I'm a Celebrity, because he'd do all the challenges without blinking an eye. He'd eat anything, drink anything. I'm not saying he's nasty, but do you know what I mean? He knows how to stand up for himself. Come on then, Mr. Brick Truck. Come on then. Yeah, come on. So for him to say that means it must have been bad. Must have been really, really bad. But you know what I mean? I know Brian Yardley, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. He does live event haulage as well as general freight and ADR freight. And it's getting to the point where he's having to fork out some serious money for Hull to the Hook of Holland, Newcastle to Esbjerg in Denmark, and Dover to Belgium, to Zeebrugge. They shouldn't be having to do that. You know, our government should be standing up for our hauliers, because without our hauliers sorry, I took a drink there. Without our hauliers we'd have no phones, no food, no clothes, no fuel for the cars, no houses. Do you know what I mean? I could keep going and go, but I'm not going to, because I keep saying it. Like, haulage industry is huge in this country because we both import and export, and it's a daily requirement for daily things we take for granted, like soap and fuel for the car to get to work, and lighting and lighting and electricity, sort of, houses, building the office you're sat in, your mobile phone. You know, do you know what I mean? I could keep going and going forever, but again, I'm not going to, because there's no point. So the government needs to actually stand up for the country as a whole, and for the English hauliers. Well, for hauliers everywhere. I'm pretty sure that if the English got involved, the Hungarian government would get involved, the Romanian government would get involved, because it's stupid, because their citizens are being affected as well. Because we all talk about it, the foreign truck drivers in this country, right? We all talk about it, can't shy away from it this time. Their drivers are being attacked as well. So I'm pretty sure if we stood up to the guys at Calais and the French government, I'm pretty sure their governments would stick up for their citizens as well. So let me leave you with that food of thought for today. How bad does it have to get before our government will step in? The French government just like, no, it's not our fault all the time. They've done that throughout history. That's a well-known tactic of theirs. I'm not going to sit here and slag the French government off, because without them I won't have Sebastian Loeb, or the Le Mans 24 Hours, or the Paul Ricard circuit. French baguettes, bread, cheese, but it's getting to the point now where these people need to be outed. Do you know what I mean? Well, hopefully I get this in one go today. I'm already going to hit that part of Australia. Actually, as a favour I want to ask you all, I'd like you to share the hell out of this video, like it and comment on it, and then if you can, share it to real life audience and get them to watch it. Because somebody needs to stand up and say something and speak up and be counted. Let this video start that off, to make a better life for our European hauliers and European drivers and our long distance drivers in the haulage industry as a whole. So I'm fed up with people ripping the mick out of the haulage industry and treating it like it's crap. As I said, you won't have your fancy phones, you won't have fuel, you won't have bricks to build the houses and the offices that you're working in. You won't have food, drink. Haulage is the backbone of this country, and it always will be, because it's the stuff we need. It's the stuff we take for granted. Fed up with people treating the haulage industry like it's crap. Sick to the back teeth of it. Absolutely sick to the back teeth. So, if you could, let me know what you think of this video. Share, like, subscribe to my channel. And then if you can, share this video with some real life hauliers and let's see what they say. There we go. I know I shouldn't do that, but I genuinely legit can't get it in because of that forklift. I'm gonna have the bing 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 in a minute. Actually legit. Oh, perfect, it's gone green. Hazards, brake, low beam, engine off, outside. And there you go, Dean, there is your trailer delivered as requested. So if you could, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you could share it around. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe and make sure you turn notifications on, and it'll tell you straight away when the new videos come out on my channel. And for each day's virtual truck driver daily, I'm just writing all the run sheet down in my book. reason you can hear the ticking is because I've rested my book on a button by the sounds of it. So, just want to say again, guys, this is a virtual truck driver daily in association with ProMods. We are proudly supported by ProMods, Night Haulage, and DDS Haulage. Thank you for watching episode number 686, and I will see you again tomorrow. Remember, guys, if you're new, subscribe and turn the notification bell on. And if you can, share the hell out of this video and send it to real life hauliers so we can get something done about this situation in Calais. Cheers for watching, guys, and remember, everyone needs a smiley. See you tomorrow.